Okie dokie, we're powering through part 2. It will be a lot shorter than the first part, so hang in there. So part 1, we talked about adjectives, adverbs, and conjunctions. Now we're going to be talking about special forms for good and bad, and comparing with more, most, less, least. All right, let's start with the special forms for good and bad. The important thing here is to focus on this orange chart here. I believe that it is, it's here. Page 243. Page 243 if you need to go back to it. So we know that when we're comparing two things or comparing three or more things, there are differences in the word that we choose. For example, summer weather is better than winter weather, in my opinion. We're comparing how many things? Two things only. We're comparing what? Summer weather and winter weather. Therefore, we're comparing two things. The adjective we're using is good, so it's better. Summer weather is better than winter weather. On the other hand, if I say summer is the best weather of all, like it's better than all the other weathers. Well, in this case, we use a best because we're comparing three or more, because we have summer, winter, fall, and spring. Okay, 4 seasons. So 3 or more things that I'm comparing, therefore I use best. So better is when I compare 2 things. Best is when I compare 3 or more things. Same goes for the adjective bad. If you're comparing 2 things, you use worse. Like, the English test was worse than the math test. But if you're comparing 3 or more, you'll use worst. The English test was the worst test of all tests. Okay? I hope that helped. And now we're going to move right along to using comparatives, superlatives, and for the adjectives. So this is actually in our textbook as well. It's I believe that it's page 241. Yeah. So if you need a little more detail, you can definitely go back to your textbook on that. Basically, we have a nice little organized chart here that tells us some of the common words and the spelling when using comparatives and superlatives. So, like Miss Oak is taller than her dog. Miss Oak is the tallest person in the family, which is not true. But again, comparing 2 things versus more than 2. Let's look at some examples here. So if I say my dog is the cutest dog in the world, I am talking about my dog, your dog, his dog, her dog, the dog in Antarctica, the dog in Italy, the dog in Hawaii, all the dogs in the world, more than 2 dogs. My dog is the cutest. Therefore, I use the superlative form, the EST form. But if I'm comparing 2 things, like my dog is slower than my hamster, I use the ER adjective, I'm sorry. My dog is slower than my hamster. I'm comparing 2 things. What are the 2 things I'm comparing? Dog and hamster. You got it. That's actually all for part 2. I know I said that it was going to be short. But let's see. The test is heavily focused on part 1, as you will see. So that's why the part 1 was longer. But again, if you need extra help, I will actually link down my previous lesson videos from previous weeks. So in case you need more examples, okay? And as always, if you need help even during the test, or if you have questions about the instructions, if you don't understand anything, I mean, it is an open book test, so definitely refer to your book, to this video. Take your time with it. You have 48 hours to complete it. And you can email me right on the Google Classroom, anything, and I will get back to you. Good luck, and test week is almost over. You can do it, fighting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.